A bitter and brutal custody battle brewing in Tangipahoa Parish. Krista Abelseth tells WDSU she lost custody of her daughter to the man who raped and impregnated her when Abelseth was 16 years old.
WDSU investigative reporter Aubrey Killian uncovered shocking new accusations filed in court. He has more from the newsroom. Aubrey.
That's right. Well, these records show the mother is now accusing the father of the child of drugging and raping their daughter. All of these accusations, they're going to take center stage in a trial. It starts Friday morning.
I feel like I have not gotten a fair shake from any angle.
Krista Abelseth says she was just a teenager back in 2005 when she went to a Ponchatoula bar with some friends and met John Barnes. Abelseth says that after a night of drinking, Barnes took her to his house and raped her. Allegations she also made in a recent court filing. She was 16 at the time. Barnes was 30. In August of 2006, Abelseth gave birth to a daughter. 5 years later, Abelseth says Barnes approached her and said he thought the child she was raising was his. They agreed to a paternity test, and the results showed Barnes was the father. After the test, she and Barnes shared custody of the young girl, but problems started and persisted, according to recently unsealed court records of their custody dispute.
Because I wasn't coping well with the fact that I was having to see my rapist and try to co-parent with him, so I went to see a trauma counselor.
Abelseth says that counselor told her she needed to come forward and report the alleged rape. She filed a report with the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Department in 2015 and waited. Nothing happened.
The department did drop the ball on that by not assigning it to a detective.
Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards.
And it was basically just overlooked and forgotten about.
His department says it recently sent its completed investigation to Tangipahoa District Attorney Scott Perilou for his review of possible charges, if any. Abelseth believes that if Barnes were charged and convicted of rape, he would have no parental rights.
My understanding in reading the law would be that if someone is convicted of a crime of that nature, then that would be a grounds for a termination of parental rights to be instituted.
No criminal charges have been filed against Barnes. In a recent national news interview, Barnes reportedly denied that he forced himself upon Abelseth in 2005, adding that Abelseth had a fake ID and that she said she was a college student. And in what some see as another twist in this complicated case, Abelseth says she was ordered to pay child support to the man she accuses of raping her.
I was ordered to start paying in 2016, retroactive to 2015.
And in February of this year, according to court documents obtained by WDSU Investigates, Abelseth accused Barnes of sexually abusing their now 16-year-old daughter. She claimed that her daughter told her that Barnes had, quote, drugged and sexually assaulted her 2 nights in a row. Abelseth stated that a report that night from Children's Hospital in New Orleans found, quote, evidence of forced entry congruent with sexual assault. In response, Barnes said that didn't happen, and the only reason Abelseth made that claim is because she was not getting what she wanted in the custody fight. A judge later dismissed the allegations after a court hearing officer wrote that, quote, medical evidence does not support allegations in petition.
The reason why I'm fighting so hard now, opposed to whenever things were just about me, is because when she told me what happened to her, that made the mama bear come out. And I'm not going to tolerate anything of that nature against my child.
After giving Barnes full custody of the child back in March, and another hearing in mid-June, the judge in the case ordered a new custody arrangement with Abelseth and Barnes sharing custody on alternating weekends, with a third party having custody of the child during the week. We asked John Barnes and his attorney and the DA to go on camera with us multiple times. Neither responded. Aubrey Killian, WDSU News.